Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother.
That's right, man. And that's prophesied, man. That's Hosea coming. So when the time of destruction comes to this place, people are going to be having that same spirit, man. Going to be destroyed, all right? Because they striving with the prophets, people that are reproving them to bring them back into the power, man. Why would you strive with someone that's trying to get you right? Why are you striving with someone that's trying to get you out of the way of death and destruction? Why would you not hearken unto someone that's trying to bring you into the way of righteousness, to bring you unto your power?
Verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, I will also forget thy children.
That's right. You always forget your children, man. Because you are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. The same knowledge that that the Most High Power commanded Moses to teach our nation. All right? And y'all said it was good and so. So when Moses sprinkled that blood on that nation, you were bounded with that covenant to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, to dwell with that knowledge. But because he refused it, he gonna refuse you. He gonna refuse your children. You're not gonna be a priest to him. And these other nations gonna devour you. So now we're in a time where these other nations are devouring us. They're lords over us, man. All right? And now people are in sorrow. But guess what? Like that Sirach 4:21, you got people that's in their affliction, in their sorrow, go and bring them to sin. And you got people that in their affliction and sorrow, and bring them to glory. Because they understand that this is spiritual, man. It's spiritual. There's a higher power that's in play of all this, whether it be good or bad. Because a lot of people think that they got a misconception of the God, the power of the Bible. He's not all hugs and kisses, all right? He's faithful. So if you be disobedient, what you think is gonna happen? How about his whole nation? His whole nation is being disobedient. He's gonna whip that whole nation.
2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 34. Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Read that again.
Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding.
Subdue your own understanding, man. You think you know what's good for your body. The scriptures know what's good for your body. You think your wickedness is good. You think you living life. You think you living your best life. But according to the scriptures, that determined that to be a lie. If you ain't if you're not living according to these scriptures, that's a lie. And you played yourself. And that's what our people do. Play themselves. Over and over again. Wake up and play themselves. Deceive themselves. You got it, King.
Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come.
That's right. After death is when that judgment is going to come, man. So when you ain't laying up treasures in heaven, when that judgment come and you ain't got nothing in your spiritual account, that's when you gonna be read.
For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
The works of the ungodly shall be declared in that day, in that time. So it's all cool, you know, people, Hey, you know, that's why our master said, when people, you know, persecute you for righteousness' sake, say all men are evilness for my name's sake, don't worry about it. Because on his name, we're good. All right? That's the whole order of things. Yahweh Shai, man, woman, the children. So if you sitting here talking about me because of the Most High, because of Yahweh's sake, we in order. We in order. We just reaping unto the kingdom. And guess what? Long suffering. So when people get right, act right, or may view or see or hear these words coming out, and may actually subdue their knowledge of their mind and actually say, hey, look, I need to get right. You got it, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 2. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Most High weigheth the spirits.
The Most High weigheth the spirit. You think is right unto you. Bring that back again. Read that again, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 2. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Most High weigheth the spirits.
The Most High weigheth the spirits. It's the Most High that trieth the reins, that knoweth the heart, that know what you think in your mind. You think it's good. The Most High know that you're wicked if it ain't according to these scriptures, man.
I'm gonna jump down to it.
Bring it out, King.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Most High. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished.
He shall not be punished, man. He shall not go unpunished, man. All right? Bring that back.
Proverbs 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Most High.
Proud in heart is abomination to the Most High. Pride is literally, all right, it said pride in heart, your mind. Go in the Hebrew word lab. Inside your mind, that voice that's talking to you, it said proud in mind. So if your mind is telling you do things that's adverse to the scriptures, because that's what pride is. When a man's mind, heart, literally depart from the Most High. So if you if your mind is departed from the things that are of the Most High, you're an abomination unto him, man. Something to be abhorred, something to be hated.
Hey, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from God, and his heart is turned away from his Maker.
Woo!
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
That's right, overthrew them utterly. That's a reoccurring thing. That's a reoccurring thing in the nation of Israel all the way into today, all right? Because it's not a coincidence that the so-called white man and the Spaniards and the conquistadors done have all of us here in one land together under their boot. Nah, that's spiritual intervention.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 5. Whoso keep the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
That's right. Discerning both time and judgment. Because a wise man gonna know what time it is, man. You got people sending bombs to Clinton house, bruh. You got people sending bombs to Obama house and George Soros house. You don't know what time it is? If they could send a bomb to their house, what you think could happen to you and your family in the hoods, in the ghettos, man? A wise man discerneth the time. And it said what? The time and what?
And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
And judgment. Because all this stuff that's going to happen, the destruction of America, is going to be the judgment of the Most High. And if you get caught up in that judgment, it's because it's the judgment of the Most High.
It's a little bit more than two.
Bring it out.
Verse 6, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great upon him, for he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Neither have he power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it.
That's right, wickedness that are given to it. So when you talk about the time of Jonah, all right, when he prophesied unto the people of Nineveh and they repented, the judgment was held back. Or when the queen of the south heard about Solomon and went to go see him, man, all right, heard about all the wisdom, okay,